I'm Yolanda Villarreal from the Criminal Investigations Division, and you're watching Inside HCSO.
Here's some of what's on tap in this episode. Deputies had to go hog wild on this call in Odessa. Our deputies are constantly training to handle an active shooter situation. And our helicopter spots a disoriented woman who wandered from her home. Salutations and welcome. I'm Captain Chad Chronister, and this is Inside HCSO, the official webcast of the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. We are always proud to profile our personnel who prove every day what it means to serve and protect. Now let's go inside HCSO. Deputies Josh Lane, Steve Cherpak, and Matt Gaither never figured their patrol shift would involve wrangling an 800-pound pig. A 911 call from neighbors started everything in motion.
911, what's your emergency?
A wild boar.
What's going on?
There's a wild hog on Gun Highway between right at Farmington Village entrance, and across the street from us there is a new home that has a lot of animals not tied up, but they have like a farm. So I'm thinking maybe it belongs there. It's a couple hundred pounds. I'm like, we're talking like 3-4 foot high.
It's definitely not something we do every day, not something we're trained in necessarily. Our main concern was right there. We have a main road, Gun Highway. We got cars going 40, 50 miles an hour. We have a pig or an animal that size. If there was an accident, it'd be a pretty bad day for everybody. So our main goal is to get here, find out where the pig belonged, and to secure it until the owners could be found. We turned right in here onto Lake Grace off Gun Highway, and then we made a quick right onto Indian Queen. About halfway down the block, we could see a very large animal, probably about 4 or 5 feet tall, and it was on someone's front lawn, and the residents of the area started coming out with their cell phones, started filming the animal, and then we showed up. At that point, I don't have much experience with pigs. I'm from New York. I don't deal with farm animals that much. So Deputy Josh Lane showed up. He's a little more familiar with dealing with those animals. So he had a rope in his trunk. He was able to set up a lasso. So at that point, we started trying to corral the pig into a corner so we could get the rope around its neck. Every time we got close, pig took off running again. This was about 20-25 minutes. Everybody's outside getting a good laugh about the deputies chasing a pig. So about 20-25 minutes later, we were finally able to get the pig back behind one of these houses where there's a cement wall and a lake, little grassy area in between. The pig got cornered, and Deputy Lane was finally able to lasso the pig. And at that point, a couple of the workers from across the street where the pig belongs had saw us and heard about it, so they came over and were able to help us return it back home. We deal with a lot of different animals, gators, deer, everything, but this is the first 800-pound pig, so now we know what to do.
Sheriff's pilot Stu O'Shannon and Kevin Johnson were called in to help when an elderly woman with dementia wandered away from her home near Carrollwood. The nighttime didn't make things easy, but with the pilot's trained eyes and the chopper's forward-looking infrared radar camera, a potentially tragic situation ended quickly and safely.
I got somebody standing inside a fenced area in the house directly in back of the house that you guys are at. I'm sorry, to the side. They're right up against the fence behind a boat. Yeah, I think they're going to be, I guess that's the north side of the house. There's a boat that's parked in the back, in the side yard, and they were just standing there. Yeah, go straight back where you're at and look over the fence. See that vehicle right there? Go to the left side of it and look over the fence. They're right past over the fence.
C3 copy, your 1025.
What was that? She was in the neighbor's backyard, it sounds like?
Yeah, that's 10-4.
Please watch this surveillance video and let us know if you have any information. A security camera in a 7-Eleven on North 56th Street was rolling when a man walked in holding a knife. He leaped over the counter shouting, give it up, don't be a hero."
Don't be a hero. Look, I ain't gonna hurt you. I ain't gonna hurt you.
The two clerks bolted for an exit, but one of them stumbled and the hoodie-wearing bandit grabbed him by the collar, forcing the clerk to open the cash register. The thief took some cash and a few cartons of cigarettes. The thief may be driving a late 80s or early 90s red Dodge Intrepid. We are searching for a woman who seemingly vanished from her condo near Brandon. Please watch and share any information you may have.
Dana Bichelle was last heard from on the weekend of July 4th, 2012. Dana is a 38-year-old white female who moved to Hillsborough County from Venice, Florida. She's approximately 5'5" and weighs approximately 120 pounds. She has no known tattoos but does have a scar on her stomach. She was residing at 10105 Courtney Oak Circle, Tampa, Florida, with her boyfriend Tim Myers. She and Tim went to Orlando for the 4th of July weekend, and that was the last time she communicated with any family members. According to Tim Myers, he last saw Dana when he came home one day in August and found her doing drugs with two unknown men. He further relayed he kicked her out of their condo because he doesn't do drugs. She has not been seen nor heard from by anybody since July 4th. Additionally, Dana Bichelle is set to collect money left over from her father's trust, and to date, she has not picked up her money. Dana worked for a brief period at the Front Porch Bar on 5924 North Florida Avenue in Tampa. She has worked in the bar and restaurant industry as a server and may be working in that capacity now. She has family in the state of Florida, to include her mother in Sarasota and her brother in Orlando. Dana Bichelle's disappearance is considered suspicious at this time. Anybody having any information on the whereabouts of Dana Bichelle, please contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. Hi, my name is Detective Garcia with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. Dana's family is looking for some closure, and I'm hoping somebody out there can help me give them some answers.
One of the most dangerous and volatile situations for the public and for law enforcement is an active shooter case, where someone is firing a weapon to kill people. Our training division regularly drills our deputies on how to respond, react, and neutralize an active shooter situation. Here's more.
Warm it up, it's on you. We're going in, we're searching for victims. Left guard ready? Left guard, right guard ready? Ready. Rear guard ready? Boom. Window coming up to the left. Got it. Currently right now we are training all law enforcement personnel and reserve personnel every Thursday of every week during our in-service training. We're putting all deputies through active shooter training utilizing our school building. We put them through multiple scenarios as a contact team, which will go in and neutralize the threat, or as a rescue team, which primary focus is to go in and rescue victims of the active shooter.
Hands down. Put it in.
Are you hurt? Are you hurt? Circle. Guys, hands up, hands up. Move out, move out, move out, move out. Move out, hey, stop. Utilizing the semi-mission rounds, it gives that real effect of rounds going by them or being hit by a round, but being able to return fire, experiencing reloads, malfunctions, so on and so forth, to where they can get that real feel of what they're going to do and how they're going to react given the situation. We try to keep it as real life as it's going to be. In real life, you're going to have hundreds, if not thousands, of victims screaming, yelling, scared. We're going to have smoke detectors going off. It's going to be a very chaotic scene. So we try to get that as real life, so it's not much of a shock as when they go into the situation. We change up the scenarios because it's not going to be the same scenario, or it's not going to be the same case every time. Every active shooter is going to be different. It could happen in a school, it can happen in a mall, it can happen in a warehouse, it can happen anywhere. So we change the scenarios up on a routine just to keep the deputies guessing. The scenarios we're running this year, most of them are based around school type shootings, just to be prepared because of the recent increase of active shooters in schools. But we also run a scenario of a mall type situation, just to keep them on their toes, just to not get them set, and this is how it's going to be every time. We trained our deputies for the past 3 years doing active shooter. We've already scheduled next year. We're going to continue with the active shooter training using simunition. So they'll probably see it every year from here on out, just to be prepared.
Don't move. Stay away from the gun.
2 of our employees recently earned big honors for their selfless efforts. Deputy Douglas Duvall was given the state's Medal of Heroism by Governor Rick Scott for helping save a man who was about to be swallowed by a sinkhole inside his house in February of 2013. Deputy Duvall bolted for the bedroom and found the man struggling to crawl out of the gaping hole in the floor. Deputy Duvall raced for the edge of the hole and grabbed the man by his wrist, pulling him to safety. Linda Unfried, who works on our legal section, was honored by the Tampa Bay Lightning for her work with Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Linda was named a community hero during a recent home game. Linda is a co-founder of MADD's Hillsborough County chapter and a tireless proponent of drunken driving enforcement. Linda is always ready and willing to be an advocate for victims. Congratulations to both of these worthy Sheriff's Office employees. That'll do it for episode 15. Sheriff David G. and all of us at HCSO truly appreciate your interest and your support. Well, we all know that the hustle and bustle of the holiday season is in full swing. For your own sake, take a deep breath and remember what Christmas is all about: God's love and heavenly peace. Until next time, stay safe, Hillsborough County.